morning, YouTube. Stevie here. It is Friday the 8th, March 8th. Oh, hope everybody's doing good this week. Kind of a short week this week for me, but that's all right. Let me turn that blower off on that froster. Maybe it's a little bit too loud. And this noisy old truck, I guess I don't need to be running either. Got my pre-trip all done and everything. I'm just waiting for my 10-hour break to get done. And we'll put a few minutes on the pre-trip, which I've already done. And kind of a quick pre-trip today. It was raining. Is raining. Not that it was, it is. Down in Carlisle, Indiana. There's a Marathon truck stop down here right off of, I think they call this 150 where I'm at right now, but anyway, maybe I'll do a live this weekend, maybe, I don't know, I'll go through my numbers. I finally did my taxes, so I got those done. 2023 was not as good as 2021, or 2023 was not as good as 2022. 2021 was actually pretty good. About 30,000 less for 2023 than 2022. And it was partially, it was actually more than that, really, because in 2022 I had that expensive lease from ARCA. That truck was about 60 grand to lease that truck for the year. Yeah, about 60 grand. And this truck that I got from Lone Mountain is only 20. I have to double check what that number was. Yeah, about 25,000. So half as much for the truck lease. But you put that the ARCA truck lease was included the maintenance, and I put about 10,000, not quite. I did one of those videos a while back of what this truck cost me last year. Let's say you add another 20. The truck cost 25. The lease payment, they call it a lease. Lone Mountain does. Truck payment, whatever you want to call it, was 25,000, and another 10,000 for maintenance, give or take a smidge. It wasn't. I don't think it was quite that much. 35,000. So let's just say, back of the envelope math, this truck was half as much as the Volvo from Lone Mountain, but I still made 30,000 less, 27,000 less in 2023 than in 2022. And part of the main reason was freight rates. I mean, really, that's the main thing, which that's not a, stop the press as headline news that the 2023 rates were worse than 2022. The other thing that was a big factor was when I got that in 2022, I leased a brand new Volvo from ARCA. And at Christmas time, roughly, a little bit before Christmas time of 2021, the truck that I was renting from ARCA was a little bit older, a couple of 3 years older. No, maybe it was a little more than that because they was having trouble getting trucks back then. So it had like 600,000 miles on it. And they happened to have some new Volvos, brand new Volvos that had came in. But they were more money. And the equipment manager asked me, he said, I got one of these new Volvos because my truck was going to be down for like a week. And he said, you want that new Volvo? And I said, I don't know if I want that payment. He said, Stevie, do you know how many days that older Volvo is going to be down this year? I said, no. He said, I do. He said, you want that new Volvo? And sure enough, I ran that truck all year. And I think it was in the shop. Did I hit a deer with that? It was in the shop for a few days because I hit a deer. And they had to fix the oil cooler on the bottom. Because it broke that on the bottom of the radiator. It knocked that oil cooler out. Other than that, that truck never missed a day of work all year long. for maintenance. And the other thing with 2023, so we had a little bit more maintenance time. Well, actually, not a little bit. There was probably 2 weeks at least 2 weeks where this truck was down waiting for parts. And it wasn't major. It wasn't so much waiting for parts as waiting for the mechanic to be able to get to it to get it fixed. So, 2 weeks of revenue that's probably on the low side, but we'll just say 2 weeks of revenue of downtime for maintenance. Not the maintenance cost, but the downtime for maintenance. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $9,000 right there. 10,000 right there. In revenue. So, after all the expenses and everything, that adds another 5 or let's say 5,000, 6,000. So instead of it being $30,000 less in revenue, it would have been 20, let's just say. And then I would say that's probably the first reason for the loss in revenue was the freight rates. But that might be surpassed by just the volume. I didn't have nearly as many 5 weeks in 2023 as I did in 2022. In 2022, I ran 5 Evansvilles. %90 of the time. I mean, the truck ran the whole year, and I ran 5. It was a rarity for me to not have 5 Evansvilles. And in 2023, especially the second half, it was a rarity to get 5 Evansvilles. So you take that off of it, and that's really where the numbers I still did okay. I'll do a total breakdown. After taxes, after everything, in 2023, I was at 90,000, give or take a smidge. That's after taxes and everything. In 2022, I was at 121. So that was the difference. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. Oh, I can turn my clock on, get my maintenance and pre-trip done. I already did it, but I gotta put it on the clock. So God bless everybody again. We'll talk soon.